following podcast is brought to you exclusively by the Rad Rob Radio Network.
This is PBA champion Kyle Troop.
Hey y'all, Jacob Butturff here.
Hey guys, Chuck Ritchie here, formerly of Bowl TV.
Hey guys, this is Ryan Schaefer of track staff at Valley Bowling Center in Waverly, New York.
And you're listening to Straight Up 5.
Yo, the boys from Straight Up 5.
Todd McGill is one of the nicest people I've ever met.
But he doesn't have the best hair in the world. I do. Sorry, bud, but you know the deal. Pick it out. Fear the fro, baby.
Welcome to Straight Up 5 with Todd McGill. A hard-hitting, cutting-edge look into the world of bowling. This podcast will not only feature bowling, but we'll give you a raw look into real-life issues. We've had the biggest and brightest stars from the past, future, and present on this show as we strive to bring you the best the sport of bowling has to offer. So without further delay, let's introduce you to the host of your show, Rad Rob Francois, and your featured host, Todd McGill.
Hey guys, welcome back to Straight Up 5 with Todd McGill. I am your host, Rad Rob Francois. This is episode 207. Sorry about being off last week, but we are back with the intended guest. Poor Todd had to work. He worked so hard as the general manager of Gilmore Lanes outside Cincinnati that he practically lives there. So he may as well just forward his mail there and just change his mailing address and just put that down as his home address. But he's here in the green room as well as our guest. But before we bring those peoples in, you like my new game back there, by the way? WrestleFest. My best friend got that for me for my birthday, which was back in May, but he had no way to get it to me. So he didn't bring it over until my daughter's birthday, which was last Sunday. So, well, yeah, that's my 50th birthday gift right there. The replica machine. It's pretty awesome. Anyways, let's take a look and see who is in the chat tonight. We got Crambone. Crambone. What's up, man? Nico Puhar, our resident statistician and reporter. Oh, he wants an I do. That's the wrong button. I'll get this for me. Oh, this is a fail for me. I'm rusty. It's been a couple weeks.
I do.
There we go. I'll give you two ideas for the price of one.
I do.
We love Kyle. Nice to see Todd could get Scott to work for him tonight. That's both fair and accurate, actually. Although Todd does have to go in tonight to close, so apparently Scott doesn't know how to do that. Maybe we need to get him trained. Anyways, before we bring the Toddster in, let's kick off the show with a rendition of the Star Spangled Banner.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular the bombs bursting gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave Well, that was Victoria Zalinka performing the American.
Thank you to Victoria Zerlanga for that stirring rendition of a tone deaf Star Spangled Banner. Let's bring in our very special featured host. And of course, he's special. Why do I do this? Why? 207 episodes of this, 60 something episodes with Amanda, 400 episodes of my wrestling show. You'd think I'd be good at something by now, but it's not podcasting. Please welcome the featured host of Straight Up 5. He is the national sales manager for Bowlify, where you can get this amazing t-shirt. He is also the general manager of the aforementioned Gilmore Lanes outside of Cincinnati with the worst chili in the world, Ohio. Getting ready for Bengal season. Let's go, Todd McGill. Hit the fucking button. I swear to God, dude. There we go.
Just click it, man. Just click it.
Dude. What's up, man?
Maybe your ears are still hurting from that national anthem. Or maybe you muted it on your end.
That's pretty bad. No, it was pretty bad.
I mean, she looked okay while she was singing it. I mean,
yes, she did.
That's a plus, I guess.
That's about the only thing positive we can take out of that.
And you're right. That's it. She didn't know all the words.
She knew the words. Yeah, that's true. You're right. The last time we played the anthem, dude just said the Rockets were there. They were all there.
Everything was there.
The bombs were there. Everything was there.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. She got the words right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
anyways,
put that one in the shit can.
Yeah. What's going on with you, man?
Just still recovering and doing pretty good. Feel a little better every day.
Yeah.
The headaches that have been horrible have been pretty good for about 3 days now. So
good.
I put on Facebook that I was calling the doctor if it came back, and I think I scared him away.
Well, nice. I'm glad.
So that's the biggest part of it, man. But I did work back-to-back days, nights from open to close for the first time this week. And it was today was a little rough.
What's up, Ouch? Today was rough.
Yes, I am driving. Somebody just asked if I was driving.
Oh, Nico did. Yeah.
I started driving a week ago Monday out of necessity.
Nice.
So I just got to remember to use my shoulders. Too bad my car doesn't do this. It's probably good that it doesn't. But I just got to remember to use my shoulders when I'm turning. But I'm actually starting to be able to move okay. And it gets sore after I'm on my feet for a while, though. But better every day. So positive, very positive.
That's good. I'm glad you're doing better. Before we bring in Jordan, let's take a look at that brand new shirt.
This one
on there.
So we talked about this 2 or 3 weeks ago, and it showed up on my doorstep today. And I figured it was appropriate for tonight's show.
Waddle Waddle Crank Smash RIP Butters # Straight Up Podcast. I love that.
Yeah. So, and this can be found on Bowlify's. If you go to the T-shirt designer on the homepage and look at the T-shirt designer and just type in Butters, you can order one for yourself as well.
I'm definitely gonna do that.
Remember to use the code RADROB or TFT Bowling, but RADROB, and save yourself a little bit of money. Speaking of saving yourself a little bit of money, we'll get this in real quick. We have the deal right now with 20% off. Like if they use your code now, you still make commission, but they get 20% off instead of $5.
Nice.
20% off the entire order. So it is a hot sale for the start of bowling season. So mash that code RADROB to get 20% off of your entire order. Get your team jersey orders, and now's the time to do it.
Yeah, you guys go to bowlify.com/substore/RadRob or use the code RADROB at checkout.
Back here somewhere. Yeah, there it is.
And you get some amazing stuff at Bowlify. 20% off your entire order. I love it. That's helps you out, helps us out, it helps me out. And we appreciate you guys a lot. You can get this shirt. You can get our jersey on there. Like Todd mentioned, go to the T-shirt designer, type in Butters, you get the Waddle Waddle Crank Smash shirt. Are we? I probably should ask this off air. Are we donating any of that to
see if
GoFundMe?
I'm going to track and see how many we do.
Okay,
I do.
I do.
Okay.
Thank you. And we'll see. We're going to put something together, or between the two of us for sure.
Okay.
Yes.
And if you guys still want to donate to Jacob's family, you can go to GoFundMe.com/F/celebrating-Jacob Butturff. Jeez, you can see it on the screen there. But people listening to audio podcasts are like, I can't see it. Just search Jacob Butturff GoFundMe and you'll find it. But yeah, it's still promoting helping their family. And Elise Bolton actually posted on her page yesterday about her dad, who's been in the hospital for quite a bit of time. Just had a cardiac event where he's okay, but it was touch and go for about 17 minutes. She has a GoFundMe as well to help the costs for her dad's hospital because it's not cheap for his hospital stay. So just search Elise Bolton on Facebook and you'll see the link to it, or I'm sure you can just Google GoFundMe Elise Bolton. But definitely donate to that as well. She takes a lot of time off from the PWBA Tour or WPBA. God, PW. I had it right the first time. I don't know why they didn't call it the WPBA, but anyway, PWBA Tour. She takes a lot of time off to help her dad, so she doesn't bowl as often as she wants to, because he's in Florida and she can't be there all the time when she's bowling. So anyway, you're gonna say something, Todd?
Yeah, for people that are living under a rock and don't realize how expensive hospital stays can be, I got a bill for mine. Pre-insurance cost, 2.5 days in the hospital after my surgery, $58,000.
Holy cow!
Yeah, it's not a very nice hotel for that much money.
It's really not. The food isn't that great at all.
Food's horrible. Service has sucked. Bed's not comfortable.
Well, keep that.
So
in mind.
Let's help out Elise and her family if we can.
Yeah, for sure. All right, y'all. Let's get to our featured guest this evening. He messaged me on Instagram a couple of weeks ago, saying that he was ready to talk. And he was a very good friend of Jakob Butturff, the late Jakob Butturff, also his former coach at Arizona State University. So he is very integral in Jacob's early career and young career, which obviously was cut too short. So let's not waste any more time. We're already a week late. Please welcome to the show, Jordan Nassberg. What's going on, Jordan? Oh, hold on. You're muted. Sorry. You're on mute, Jordan. You can't hear us. Hey, Jordan, you're on mute. We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
There we go.
Yes.
Let's try that again.
I was his coach up until the 31st when he died. I've been his coach. He lived with me for a few years too.
Okay, so you never stopped coaching him?
No. We've done it straight through. I went out on tour with him for the first year just to make sure that he, not fry at being a rookie, and he won 2 titles that time. So,
how long did you know him? Did you know him before he went to Arizona? Or?
Yeah, I saw him at the Desert Open in juniors when he was 16. He was the only lefty in the finals, and he was playing right up the one board, just dead straight, 0 head belly. And I'm like, this kid's gonna be amazing, absolutely amazing. And and that was it. I joked with him. I said you should win 20 titles this year, and he actually won 20 titles. And then 2 years later, he's bowling for me. He moved down here, and it was great. I mean, he's like a son to me.
Even Pete Weber was like, man, he's like, when he didn't realize how many regional titles Jacob had, and he's like, holy cow. He's like,
yeah. There's a story about that. When Jake won his nine titles, they had the annual banquet up in Vegas at in Reno at the World Series. And it's like 2 a.m. We're just getting done. We were out dinner with John Jameson, the owner of Vice. And we're in the elevator, and it's just Jake and I going to the room. And Pete walks in with his hands in his pants like he normally does. He looks at Jake. He goes, 9 titles. I ain't won 9 titles in 1 year ever. And I go, wait, he won 2 on National Tour too. He goes, 11 titles. I ain't never won 11 titles in 1 year. And that was it. And Jake's like, that was Pete Weber.
Right.
You know,
I know. That's like, holy cow.
That was his first time actually meeting him. Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
He loved that. He loved Pete.
That's awesome. Yeah. I mean, and everybody from what I've seen, love Jacob as well. I with all the tributes and posts everybody put all over Facebook, it was humbling to see how many people people's lives he touched.
Yeah, he did. But he worked hard too. I mean, like with urethane and all that, there's certain tricks that we used to get him ready for that. It was just another ball. I mean, a practice session for us was 21 games. You go 5 games of 5 balls. Trying to bowl for 1,200.
Yeah.
Each game. 3 games of 5 ball. I mean, a 5-man team.
Yeah.
We go to that. They try and shoot 3,600. We bet like a penny on the under. I give him 3 cents on the over. And but the thing is, 2 of the balls had to be urethane, or at least 1 had to be urethane and 1 had to be plastic. So that way he understood his moves based on what he did to the lane to himself.
Right.
Because the first game on how. Yeah. Oh yeah. Great. So he knew that. So by the time he went on tour, by year 2 or 3, there was all the guys older than him, Norton, Ryan, all those guys were retired basically, and all the new guys like Jesper, Sanders, Falk. He had a calculation of whatever pair they started on. He'd know, like a Jesper pair, he automatically jumped 2 boards right. The second he got to it, and then calculate it based upon what game that he hit it based on the starting pair. And like the TFC when he lost to Jesper, Jesper every match before that, I think you get 6 shots, but you get 10 shots for the title match. So Jacob only moved 2 boards. He went high and high, and by the time he figured it out by the 3rd and 4th, it was already too late. Jesper just ran the table.
Yeah.
Well, all those calculations, and so he worked so hard. I mean, he spent hours knowing where every lefty was on every cross in each game on what pair they started on, and he just calculated it. So the year the 78th, it took him a while to figure out because it was no longer those ratios.
Right.
And then next year he's back in the top 5 again.
Yeah, I mean he was on a tear when he first came in. I know he struggled, over the last couple of years. Made a TV show this year.
Yeah, but the year before he was 5th. He was 4th in points the year before.
Yeah, but but to him that's probably a down year because he didn't win as many titles as he wanted to.
I mean,
he's only won one once the righty started using urethane in like 2020. He only won once since then. In this decade. But he still made like 3rd most shows and stuff like that. But basically all his titles but the Masters came from top seed. Same thing with Mike Hagen, who I coach also. Basically, when they're top seed, they just end first and they went on the bench, most of them. But and when Jake won the Masters, he decided to end last. He goes, but he was a rookie. Don't worry about it. I'm like, okay, whatever. Then he went on the bench anyways because he won with a frame left, 2 frames left. But still, he was so afraid to tell me that he was going to choose to end last because of the lane. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Was he always throwing the way he did, even when you first saw him? Did he had that obviously his signature
point,
release?
Yeah. But the way he throws his spares, he hit like 180 rev rate the other way.
Right.
And so he just started to cup it, and he had this ball that he got, I think, at Goodwill or Kmart, that he a 13-pounder.
Same thing.
Originally he used to be a half thumb though.
Yeah.
So the way he started cupping it, because the half thumb, he didn't have enough ball speed to go with a quick swing. So the half thumb gave him here, so he had to cup it and then unwind it that way. He didn't go to full thumb in until after college.
I got you.
With that. And then once he went full thumb in, he no longer had the loop in his swing, and it just he was already great, but still.
Got even better.
Yeah. I mean, we had string pins down the street from us that opened about a few years ago, and he just stayed there and shoot till he made 5 Greek churches in a row. 5 Greek churches for this. He was a great spare shooter too.
Yeah, no, he really was. Did you ever ask him why or how he even started throwing it that way? Because obviously nobody else was. Like he's literally the only one I've ever seen with that kind of release.
Because he left back-to-back 5-7-10s once, and he said that's the last time I'm doing that. Yep, that was the last time. Yeah, no, he went. He got that ball for $5. He bought that other ball, and He went over to, I think it was K&K with Adam Ishman and Jordan Katz, drilled him his first ball.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it was. And then later on, he got accused of that ball being cheating in the middle of a JBT because he was averaging 250 in the middle of the tournament.
Right.
So and then on the Pro Tour, you know, with his purple, which was sent into the Hall of Fame, which it's the only autograph I have is the autograph to the Hall of Fame that he made. And basically, they took that away from him twice, and both times he led the tournament. I think it was the World Series, and then he that was the one with Doherty, I think, where he lost 250 to 260.
Yeah.
And but still, he was the only lefty to get a check in the World Championships that year, and they took away the ball, so it wasn't the ball. I mean, basically, but because of his style, no one could understand what he could do to a ball. So, like the 5 ball that we learned with the urethane, you know, to change the lanes. But by the time his second year on tour, I make him go 1 ball, 5 different things. He could go max tilt, max rotation, normal, and then 2 little eye placement or whatever he wanted to do for the other 2. And I still challenge him with 1 ball for that to shoot 1,200. And it's just amazing what he could do. He could change it from max tilt to max rotation in 1 shot, and probably more degrees than anyone else in the world, and be accurate.
That's insane. I mean, that's just scary. You're right. And what he was able to do with that ball, which, I mean, obviously a lot of people had success, but man, it's almost like that ball was made for him. Like he just understood it better than anybody else.
Oh, exactly. But I mean, he could do it, but he just loved it so much. We'd be there all day practicing. And but in high school, his dad used to pick him up early, like 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, and before school, take him over to Sunset Station, and he practiced until he had to go to school. That way, because he's so hyper, that way he could sit through it and all that. You know, he's just he used to call it preschool.
I love that.
Yeah. So yeah, his dad was a major part of that. It was good.
So obviously, for him, going to Arizona State was a no-brainer, right?
Yep.
So you said you already knew him when he got there. Did you keep in contact with him at all before he went to school, or?
Yeah, I went to all the JBTs and stuff. I watched him all the time. It was just amazing.
Okay.
Just loved. I mean, actually, Aaron Yamamoto, who just shot 300 nationals, he would send Jacob balls, from the team before that, and that's actually how I met him the first time. I didn't just over the phone. I'm like, because he couldn't afford the balls, so we sent him all the used ones, from there. And yeah, so that he was throwing global before that, and it was really cool. Just the most appreciative kid in the world with that.
Todd says we don't want to hear about global. We're Brunswick guys.
Yeah, I'm Brunswick now too. We're Brunswick too.
We love
we love Chuck. Chuck's my favorite. You know.
No.
Actually, Bugsy, he used to work for Brian Alpert, and I was the lane 1 rep at the time.
Oh,
so
that's cool.
Bugsy was like 150 average when he started, or whatever. It wasn't even a real ball. He just happened to work for Brian Alpert at the pro shop. So I comped him his first ball.
Oh, nice. That's pretty cool.
He never forgot that. He always looked after Jacob. He's the one that brought him over there and everything. It's just, I love Bugsy too. He never forgot that one thing that he did for him.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a cool story. No, I mean that's what better way to. Yeah, that's karma. That's good.
Yep.
Yeah,
exactly.
Sure.
So plus he wanted to be like Parker. He wanted to be the heir apparent. Seriously, he wanted to get over there before Parker's kids went over to Brunswick.
Right.
And that was a major part of it too, because he's had 2 contracts since then, and there's no one's ever, just automatic to send me the contract. That's all he'd say.
Yeah.
He didn't negotiate, didn't do anything. He just trusted them blindly, and with good reason. They took great care of him.
No, they really did. Did. And he was synonymous with them. Yeah, so I met Jacob through this show when JP Jr. used to host with me, and
that's like his big brother.
Yeah.
He loves it. Yeah.
Yep. And we hit it off right away. We exchanged phone numbers after the show, and didn't talk that often, but I always text him every now and then to say good bowling this week, or wish him Merry Christmas and all that. And we had him out a couple times after that, but just so many people that so many lives that he touched. It's incredible. People posting pictures of selfies with him, and always gracious with his fans. And never said no to anybody. It doesn't matter what kind of mood he was in. He was just
And even better, Glenn
He's so
Allison taught him
good.
a trick.
What's that?
Glenn Allison never forgot a name. And he taught Jacob this trick when Jacob was like 18 at a poker night at Glenn's house. And Jacob could introduce himself to you, shake your hand, and not forget your name forever. He'd say your name. So if you were 5 at a Pro-Am and he saw you when you were 10, he'd still remember your name and everything. It's just the greatest thing. It makes you feel personal, like you're a part of his life.
Yeah, that's amazing. I didn't know he had that ability. That's
scary. Yeah,
it is scary. So obviously he had was part of great teams at Arizona State, which you guys have always had great teams there. I mean, it's just incredible the people that have come through. But his team was very, very good. What was so special about?
Ben Campfield was the captain of that team, and he's now the coach of the year a couple of years ago at Grand Canyon.
Yep.
And he's, I think, the president of the Coaches Association. We have Russ Oviatt was on that team too. And then a son of a champion from '85 that beat the West Texas team with Jurek and McDowell and the Scroggins, Ryan Klumpers. And then we didn't have a fifth man, basically. So we just missed nationals that year, but still. But we were the first team, I think, to get 100 games in. We just loved the ball. If there was a tournament, we went there.
Yeah.
So, and Russ Oviatt was fun, too. He was All-American there and on our national championship team in 16 with Chase. And I think, Andrew was in 18. So,
love Chase Nadeau as well.
Yeah, Chase Andrew was rookie of the year. And Nick Devlin, too.
Yep. Chase and Jacob were very close.
Yeah, they were actually, I only recruited 2 people ever. And that was because they were both in Vegas, out of school for a year. And I went to William Patterson. It was only for a year, but I believe you should at least go to school. And if it's not for you, it's not for you.
Right.
So I'm like, Jake, you got all the scholarship money. Let's get you in. So we ended up getting him in. And then Chase, we went up there. And my daughter actually recruited Chase because Jake was like a big brother of my daughter. So we'd go pick her up and then come back and go through Vegas.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, come on down, blah, blah, blah. Because she was, I hate to say it, she was like our bartender when she was like 10 for the team. And then,
you're probably not the only person with that sort of story, so I wouldn't feel bad.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, that's cool. But yeah, so she bowled for Arkansas State. She came in second a couple years ago for them. And
Nice.
Delaware State, she was in the bus accident at Delaware State.
Gotcha. Yeah.
A few years ago. She's doing great now. But he flew in from Australia to like go pick her up, a 13-hour drive to make sure he was there for her signing. He was such a good like big brother to her.
Yeah, we love Chase. I keep in contact with him whenever I can. He's just salt of the earth.
Yeah, he's overseas right now.
Yeah, and his family has a great pro shop as well. So
yeah, they do. They're great people. Dottie, the whole family's amazing.
Absolutely.
They own a couple. They own a bowling center in Arizona too.
Yes, that's right. That's right. I remember him mentioning that when he was on here. What made your coaching techniques different than others? Because obviously there's so many great coaches out there, but
so I'm a coach. I'm not a lesson giver. Like there's amazing people that can give lessons and do that. Because as a lesson giver, you have to work on something, change things, and do that. I work off whatever you do best. Let's excel. Let's just make it better.
Yeah.
And when you know how to analyze it, or you can repeat a 5-game block to me without any paper in front of you, I know that you're ready. Your mind's programmed to do that. Because like Jake and I, we could talk a block. Same thing with Hagen. We could talk a block 3 days later and every shot. And because your mind is a progression of a game and building like chess each game, just get through the first art and then you go from there. So I just don't want what you can analyze it properly when you bowl bad. Because I wouldn't let him say the freaking lefty thing. So every week he was just going for high lefty.
Right.
I wouldn't let him be a lefty. I let it because he's a bowler. I mean, he just knew how to bowl. And that's why there's so many times, like in his regionals, I think there's 10 of his 27 titles. He's only lefty in the finals.
Right.
Yeah, and I sent you a photo of the 247 average or 249 average, and the other lefty got a check on that one. Yeah, up in I think it was in Tacoma. But even so, it's just like he just any of my guys, you win off doing something better than anyone else, or just having a great day. So his rookie year on tour, well, not counting the World Series, 2015 is given credit for it. That was just like the World Series and another tournament. But 2016, he bowled 17 tournaments, I think Simonelli won the U.S. Open, and there was only 3 lefty checks. He was one of them. And then he had 2 wins. So he had 13 no checks out there for that year, or 14. And everyone started telling him, you got to do that. You're not going to be anything. I'm like, no, what do you mean? He won twice. How many people won twice as a rookie, in the first 20 tournaments?
Yep.
Okay, maybe 5 in history, 6.
Right.
Well, this year there are 2 more, but this year's class is phenomenal.
This year doesn't count.
This
exactly.
year. Crazy.
So he ends up, he panics, and he was the other night stuff and all that. He's like, well, I'm not going to get better. I'm like, Jake, there's someone named Brett Wolf who's actually going to probably be rookie of the year in 50 next year. He's phenomenal. He won the Masters. And then he turned pro and went out on tour, but he tried to be a bowler.
Right.
So every week he tried to get a check to do whatever, and he didn't do what he did best. And then so I purposely went out there with him, especially with his game, like the World Series in 2015. He qualified 5th, and then he refused to use your thing because those guys told him you can't use it and everything else, and he dropped to 13th. And meanwhile, what's the name won the tournament? Both for Weber, Faulkner. Was that lefties were everywhere. AJ shot 150 in title match. I think he was the only lefty righty on the show. But I mean, it just went backwards like that, and he was so stubborn, afraid to throw urethane because Simonelli and all these guys would get on his case. So, but I'm like, look, the 2 titles that he won his rookie year or his second year, that's a quarter of the titles he has ever. I'm like, that's why you remember. You don't remember the 14 no checks, but every one of those no checks, he was in the cash or close to it with a few games left, and it just went backwards. He hadn't learned how to do that yet because his ball used to go right into the floor because he looked at the foul line. Which is why Chase was so easy to coach too, because Chase looks at the foul line too. So Simo, Liz and Tish Johnson, a lot of people do it. I calculated my system into that. So basically, I know over a course of years, I have you for 4 or 5 years. I'm going to develop you. I'm not going to change something for that moment. It's just another day of my life. Maybe the worst day of yours, but but I'm not. I don't panic on that stuff. And the prep and reviews. Like prepping, I'm not that good with ball reaction and stuff like that. That's not something I do. That's the bowler's supposed to know all that.
Right.
But afterwards, the review, when I get in your head, because basically I teach the way that you bowl. So it's such a long period. Like Matt Zweig is amazing now too. He's a perfect example. He was horrible when he got to me, and now he's pretty much world class. We call it good bowler easy. When they're tough out there, but they really aren't. When you know how to bowl and you're leveraged. So plus, I also believe in you got to average 240 before you bowl in sport, because throwing a 20 bagger is a learned experience. So if you don't know how to throw a 5 bagger when they open up a little, because at some point throughout the day, no matter what you're on, unless it's just dead flat, you're going to see something that's familiar to you.
Sure.
And if you're so locked up into making a shot, you're never going to throw that 5 bagger.
It's true.
Yeah. So and those are the theories I have, and plus I had this fake guy, which Mark Roth told Halkin and I only, and all about it. Yeah, so it was just and there's articles on it. KJ Martinez out of Fairleigh Dickinson, he bowled for me too. He's the head coach there. He wrote an article for me because I have a severe learning disability. So basically, him and Alan Grovemeyer, they wrote it for me over a course of years, the transition and the changes of it. So it's from Mark's version to what it is now. But if you read it, you can understand why Mark was so dominant.
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, you're right. You're right about that.
Mm-hmm.
I talked to Hagen about you, and
yeah,
he had a lot of good things to say about you. He said he wouldn't have had as much success on tour if you weren't his coach. So he spoke very highly of you.
Mike at the 92 team challenge over at Keystone Lanes in California. Our team, Max Epps, the coach of San Jose, me, a couple other guys, we were making a run for the show, and we were having the greatest time ever. I missed a 5-pin because Earl Anthony walked in the door. I got nervous, and we missed by like 8 pins. But exactly. He goes, "Hey, can I bowl with you sometime?" I'm like, "Sure, come on in." Because I was actually anchorman on the first team that we bowled together on that. And then he goes 289 his first game. I go 279. And I think he shot plus 90 at the next one of those. And I led the whole tournament for the team challenge that year. And the rest is history. Just we were inseparable. He lived after his divorce. He came and lived with me for a little bit. And he lived out here in Arizona. He same thing. He lived with me for like 8 years in Tammy, my ex. So it's just It was great. Mike and I were like brothers. To hear us argue too, it's funny. I mean, the only time I can concentrate is when I'm stuck in a car. So I like read my bowler's journals there. So he'll take them and like throw them out the window, you know.
Of course.
Or my favorite song, my first 300 was "To Mary Had a Little Lamb," but the one that I bowled 2 300s to was Amanda by Boston on Third Stage. So that was his ex-wife's name. So every time I put it in, he'd take the disc out and just throw it out the window.
Just dick.
I probably went through about 20 of those discs. It's just hilarious. Yeah,
he is. He's a great guy. He was also hit very hard, with the passing of Jacob, and
he was like a big brother to him. With that, and mentored in the beginning, and then actually Andrew Kane took over for him. With that because Andrew and him Jake did everything together.
Yes. Yeah.
He put him on his team too at the team for the PBA, which year. There's the only thing I have is the shirts. Jake's Team USA.
Oh, cool.
He got me sizes, of each of those. So
that's awesome.
And I got this thing too.
That's cool. That's really cool.
But the only autograph is on the wall going to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
That I had.
Yeah.
Where he says, "This might be the greatest ball ever. Nothing hits like a hammer. This proves it." Actually, it's the best ball, big ball ever. The actual ball.
It is the best ball ever.
So I got to talk to Chad about building something for him when he gets in the Hall of Fame and he can put the ball in.
That'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be really cool. And I'm sure that'll happen. Todd, I'm sorry I hijacked the whole first half hour, man. What do you got for?
Away, man, that's okay.
What do you got for Jordan?
I mean, everybody always said that. It's nice to meet you too. Thank you. Everybody would always say that Jacob was double jointed.
Triple jointed. Okay. He could actually walk backwards in his younger days. He couldn't do it later on, but he could actually put his feet behind him and then walk forward on the inside like that.
Oh, that's freaky.
Yeah, that would be freaky.
I was trying to look for the video, but I couldn't find the video of it.
I'm kind of glad you didn't.
Yeah.
So, I mean, do you think that helped him be able to add the revolutions that he was able to put on a bowling ball? Because what he could do was sickening. I mean,
there's a reason for that one. It was, but the thing is, he actually used conventional for a reason. And the fingertip, you must break your wrist to get the thumb out. Sure. So that's why people do their elbow and all that. With conventional, you can unload it like that. So, I mean, people have done like the Sargeister and all that for ball rotation.
Yeah.
But you can do whatever you want with conventional. He could stay like that and unload without having a problem. Because fingertip, when he went to fingertip, it restricted his release. Because of that, he couldn't unload it and do all his tricks like this way. He had roll that way. He had this one where it came through it this way. He couldn't do like 3 of his 7 releases with fingertip. And plus the ball was looked back toward him. It never made it to the pin. It just turned around on the way down.
I'm surprised he only had 7 releases when you made him bowl, 400 games a day.
Well, the 7 releases, but then he looked at the foul line, and then he had to the dots and to the arrow. I had a drill where you lay the ball down at the foul line, your version of the foul line, your version of the dots, and your version of the arrows. And then you bowl. Once you strike with each one, you go to the next one. And then you go back. So you can't go back to the foul line until you strike with the other 2. Just like when we practice, and just a one game practice, we had 3-ball rotation, which is you can't use the ball you strike with until you get to the strike with the other 2.
You have to strike.
You must shoot whatever your average is too in order to qualify for a game. So if you do that, so I mean, and we'd always bet every game, even in college. So everything was all.
No, you didn't. It was for amusement only.
Every practice, no, it wasn't. Every practice, $5, and we bet pennies, and I made a nice living. But it was about every game meant something. Because in practice, I mean, the way that we use practice, and Hagen had this drill that you must shoot 250 at the end to leave. So we had a 21-game practice session, and then you go for your 250 to leave. But the second 250's out, you restart. I don't want you wasting a 6-bagger, to get through, So, and I think Jake never ever left, probably in about 400 practices that we've done without shooting 250. So he knew that if he just got to the last game, there's not anything in the world he can't shoot 250 on. And same thing with Hagen too. I mean, So with that confidence of all my guys, they just got better spare shooting and all that. Because I would never work on spares during team time because I'll work on it afterwards. But I'm not gonna, on team time, you want to put the extra effort in, I'll work with you. But that's not team stuff. If you're not prepared to shoot a spare, don't belong in the first team.
Right.
That's not who I am. So, but yeah, and that's that 250 drill is amazing because then you leave. The toughest thing in the world is to get in the zone. But now every practice you ever do, you leave there in the zone. So you know how you had a good practice? You shot 250.
Sure.
And then and later in the years, because we had to start paying for the lineage, I made it. You come to 250, back-to-back 235 or better. Because then staying lined up matters also.
Those are, I mean, you had some cool tricks and some cool practice sessions, and I know every coach probably has their own type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I have never heard of what you had, and I'm sure there's other coaches that do, but I just haven't heard it explained that way, where you throw 5 games as an individual with 5 different bowling balls and 5
and one
different
has to be
types of surfaces. Urethane, plastic.
If you're going for a league thing, and you don't need to do that because you're not trying to learn anything like that. You're just trying to max score out.
Oh, sure, but if you're going to be competitive,
but you want to learn your adjustments, because how everyone's telling everyone stop using your thing. Well, if you practice like Jacob or my guys, your thing's just another ball. It changes the lane, know the ratio.
Yeah.
How it does for you, because if you don't know your moves when you're changing the lane, how the hell are you going to know anyone else's?
That's right. No, I think that's a genius. We were talking about that earlier. It's like that is a genius idea for competitive bowlers or people that are trying to get themselves prepared for that situation. I mean, kids going away to college, if they're going to a bigger college or whatnot, or any bowling college for that matter, what a great way to start showing them how to do things like that. I mean,
exactly.
I'm going to share that with people that I know that are coaches or some kids.
You go to Nassberg, Coach Nassberg on Facebook. I think I have my practice sheet up there too. Because every one of my practice drills, like the 1-step, 2-step, 3-step, 4-step, 5-step, or 0-step. If you're 4 steps, you go 0, 1, 2, 3. You got both 200 like that. But my favorite drill of all of them is, I call it autocorrect. It is no finger, no thumb, and you have to bowl 200 or like 180 on the sheet it says. And if you leave a 9 count, you can shoot it with your thumb in, or however you normally shoot. The object, and because there's only one way to throw that ball leveraged. One way, that's it. And it finds your perfect leverage spot, no matter what. You can try, you'll feel it actually burn on their hand when you throw it right.
Yeah.
And the record is 215 by Russ Oviatt for 108 games. And then KJ Martinez, he averaged 200 backup ball like that for 108 games.
That's ridiculous.
I just challenge you to take what I give you and make it better. That's part of, I guess, coaching is and a mentor.
Sure.
Go ahead. You go that way. I got your back. Like that.
That's very cool.
Try that. No finger, no thumb. And if you're late timing, your ball is going to go right in the right gutter. And if you're early timing, it's going to go right in the left gutter the first shot until you actually full speed. With your regular ball, too. It's not even like a 6-pounder.
I was just going to ask you that same question right there. I said,
Yeah.
would you have to start some of these folks out when you're coaching them that with a lighter bowling ball, or do they start with their regular ball?
And two-handers, I made you use one hand also for that. They couldn't use their second hand. So it's just a matter of they're getting that swing back, because your leverage points, your flat spot's your flat spot. You only have so many inches there. And in order to get it right, you cannot, because you have no grip. You must be pendulum and must be free and swing. So I call it autocorrect. A lot of my guys, their first 2 shots in practice, instead of just throwing it real slow, they'll throw it no finger, no thumb, just to set their body for that day.
Oh, wow.
And once they feel that burn, then they go into practice, because every day, you feel different, whatever.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not everybody's going to be in the same physical / mental shape every day when they're going out.
Exactly.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Especially women too. I mean, it helps them too. They use the lighter balls though. But even so, by the end, when your swing's that good, I'll send you a copy of Russell doing his.
Okay.
And it's just, you can't tell. The swing's just dead perfect, and it's like full ball speed, kicking the 10-pin out. It's a good thing. And then I could never do it, but if you could do that with shooting at like a 10-pin, then your swing is perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, my ball goes in the left gutter if I tried to do that. But
I mean, that's just what better way to learn how to repeat shots? I mean, that's literally just breaks it down to its essential core.
Mm-hmm. I was the first. There was a rookie, Dick Ricker. See, as long as I worked, my parents paid the bills when I was younger. So I went to Dick Ricker Academy where Parker, all the guys in the East Coast went.
Yep.
And then the next year, I wanted to go back the next year because they didn't have a return class. So they invented a return class. Then I wanted to go back the next year, but I was too old. So I became a student coach with John Lucido. We were the first student coaches at Dick Ricker.
Okay.
You know, from Nebraska, John Lucido from upstate New York. He was our president of USBC once.
I know I've got a book and I've actually got a VHS somewhere either here or in my parents' house of the Dick Ricker bowling style and
amazing
that I still have somewhere around here. What's that?
He taught you how to bowl. He had this book with all the moves that you make, like you leave a 4-pin, a half board left, and then blah, 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 blah.
I mean, the little bit that I coach some of the people that are novice or whatever, and I start teaching them the one step and moving back. But I mean, that one step approach is how I learned it from watching some of those tapes and how he would train people. And
yeah, that's great development. Great development. And then
I
later
think that's
on,
probably one of the best training tools to start them on is that one step or no step approach.
Exactly. And then when you get to me though, it's all for sport. Everything you do at that point, because I haven't been a beginner for 50 years. So I can't help a beginner. But once you're above 160, I can help you because at least you have the same rotation over and over.
God, only 5 more pins I can get there.
I'm sorry, what?
I was kidding. I said only 5 more pins I can get there.
Yeah, okay. We'll say that they were tough that day, so you can come in.
Fair enough.
Shoot 150, no finger, no thumb, and we'll be okay.
Yeah.
And Jake with no finger, no thumb, it was stupid because the way he had his hand like this, it was no different for him. He could throw a full speed to the very first shot. I think he has the record of like 217 the first game ever like that. And then all my drills, like the 3-ball rotation, which ended up 3-ball double. You had to throw a double with each ball. Otherwise, if you didn't qualify, you get a 0 for that game. And when we're betting a penny a pin, that adds up occasionally.
Right.
So, but yeah, I mean, so we had that. We have you call it practices like if you throw a triple, everyone has to stand on 13. Yeah, from 0 to 4 to 50. You can call any number. If you throw a triple, everyone else, you have to call where to stand. But you can never call within, you have to at least be 2 boards away from where we were the previous shot. So then it just got a matter, and you can take someone's ball out. So you throw that triple, you can take someone on the lane's ball out. And I remember someone took everyone, the shot changed 10 different times, throughout the game. And Jake at the front 10, and he was out of balls. So well, that's not counting the 10 other than him. So he was out of balls. So he had to throw the next frame with a house ball. And he ended up leaving like a 5-7 or whatever it was. But still, he didn't care. He had the front 10 like that. It's just so funny. But it also gets you where you're just in, you're in a position where it doesn't matter. You have no control of what's on the lanes.
Yeah.
So when someone else calls it, so don't bitch. Just make the most of it. Like that. And the other drill I have is like you got to stand on 10, stand on 20 if you want till you strike. If you don't strike, you got to make the spare. If it's a split, you got to hit the front one or else you lose the frame. It's like you lose a frame.
Sure.
Okay. And then you go to 20, same thing, then 30, then 40. So the best you can do is 4. And then I let you call anywhere, which is 5 on that drill. But the best bowlers, we can do it in 6 or 7 every time.
Yeah.
It's a perfect house shot type practice because you can develop shape and all that. And then you'll learn that your eyes shouldn't be at 26 when you're standing on 40 because it's left of the head then.
Sure.
You'll learn eye placements and where to get the ball down the lane based upon the early part of the lane.
Those are some of the best ball reviews that I watch, no matter what brand or ball or bowler, is the ones that will throw a couple balls. And Brunsnick is very good about it.
I was going to say Brunsnick is.
He'll throw some up 5, and then he'll say, okay, let's make a big giant move left. And then he'll go further left. And you can actually see ball reaction and shape out of a ball review from different parts of the lane, which is, I'm sure, something he learned from a college trick, I would imagine. But, I mean, those are the best ball reviews I like to watch if I'm trying to learn something.
Exactly. I don't want you guys throw it in the same spot where he's lined up. I want to see him get lined up and see how great the ball is.
Yep. That's right.
So what's funny about the straight up 5 is in my system, you have 1 through 4 is the gutter. 6 through 9 is the outside, 11 through 14 is the track, and then 16 through 19 is deep inside. So the arrows don't exist. So basically coming on the show, which is why I wanted to do it, because JP's a dear friend anyways. Yeah. But because 5 doesn't exist. The first arrow, 5 exists, but not the first arrow. Because that's a different zone. Because what happens is the conscious move when you're standing on 15 and you start standing on 6, looking at 3, you're consciously going to double jump your eyes in my system to like 6, 7, which is, it tells you're in a different zone in my system. So going straight up 5, when someone tells you they're like playing up a 5 or they're right up 10, the first, second arrow, I'm like, fuck, sorry. We're shut out.
No,
already.
you're safe.
We're shut out already. So it's just, so, because 5's not the gutter. The gutter's right at 5,
That's right.
So it's just, I think that's hilarious that the name of the show is that. But in my system, it doesn't exist.
Yeah, it's a lefty who's someone who didn't have a lot of revs, but I was all right. I mean, I was okay. 5 was always my game. So
exactly.
Yeah, it was kind of a no-brainer, especially when the left is walled all the time.
But, of course it is.
Yeah, no.
Especially Bradley. Bradley Bowl, where I grew up in, was always walled, probably because Litchie was a lane man for a while. So
he bowled nationals with Jake. Well, the first year that we bowled nationals in 15, because my old captain Brian Macon, he bowled with Litch, Litchie, Larry, Mike, Ricky Ward, and Pico Tor.
Yeah,
and we took over that team. Yeah, we took over that team. And Jake bowled with Litchie the first year, and Jake struggled. I think he got to 1,800 exactly, but every game he was staring 50 in the 5th. Basically, it was just terrible. And so Litch beat him by 200 pins in year 1. By year 5, he was 1,200 pins behind him. So at nationals, I think Jake's the all-time leader in average for 10-year average, or for lifetime average over 10 years.
That's crazy.
And then I think he went 31 straight 200s that he lost in Syracuse. That ended with wrap in the 11th. But still, it's just amazing. Just to see him work and the way his mind goes at it, it's amazing.
See, those are stats and things that people have no idea how good Jake was when you're saying 31 straight games at nationals over 200, and the highest average at nationals over a 10-year period.
Lifetime, actually, I think.
Lifetime.
I think he's like, yeah.
Because
Exactly.
it's not easy there, period. It's just not easy.
No. Come back day 2 for singles and doubles, the first game in doubles. I mean, it's crazy how tough they are.
Yeah, and if he's staring at 50,
right? Yeah.
If he's staring at 50 in the 4th or 5th every game and still gets to 800, and it's a down year, it's a bad year, then good grief. I mean, I would need 18 games to get to 800 or 1800 if I was looking at that kind of score.
No kidding.
Well, he wants one year that he ended up leaving the leader. I sent you the video of that last shot when he got there. He had the front 10. He left the 2-4-7, and he went to shoot the spare. And the ball, almost, the banners at the stadium are come down with the previous winners.
Yeah.
That Padilla and his wife, that were actually on that pair right underneath that banner. He almost hit the banner. The ball went like 30 feet up in the air. And just right, he hung in it. It was great. Yeah. So, and he ended up leaving their leader by 2. I think he finished 3rd or 4th in all events that year. But still, I mean, he just, it was just scary what he could do. He won the BJ, I think, twice, doubles, singles. I mean, he would have won another time because he shot 840, but he didn't enter singles because someone already shot 830.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just it's so much fun watching him work at it. It's just amazing what he could do, and just I want to let him ever be a lefty. And I mean, he did win the national. He came to ASU. All he asked was he wanted to bowl on Team USA. That's all he cared about. So I put him in Team USA. Like I say, my per diems and stuff. Because in the beginning, like my Tammy, she used to bag us lunch and do all that stuff, so I could save money to get him to bowl nationals. We had Team USA trials, and with 1 day left, he was only lefty in the top 30 or 40, and he was on the final pair. He shot 150 first game. He just missed by one person being picked, but then he wins it the next year, and he's won it twice. And it's just, I mean, Rod Ross is probably his favorite person out there like that too. He just wanted to be on that team to be with Rod and learn from Rod. I love Rod too. But so about 4 years later, he's like, you know something? Sarah's going. I'm going to put her in. Sarah's my daughter.
Yeah.
And then so they ended up making Team USA together. Probably the greatest moment as a dad, ever.
Yeah,
proud parent and that. Yeah. And it was just amazing. He's like, so he paid it back forward that way. And I'm big on paying it forward because every title, I have someone that was there before, or when I coach someone, I coach to wherever you're at currently. Like a turning point, once you reach this level, I'll take you to the next level and then the next level. But I keep you where you are so you feel you're confident at all times. And Hagen, actually, his first pro title came from D.D. Davidson in the mixed doubles. So, Hagen won Bowler of the Year in the region and never had won a title yet.
Yeah.
For anything. He just didn't know how to win. So then Didi came in and showed him how. And then, Hagen came in and his kid was Andrew Kane. And then it's just Andrew's or Jake's. Each person adopts someone else in line, so that way they can bring them up and get them to the next level, and they can pass it forward that way.
Sure. Yeah.
And Jake, if you just want to bowl, just talk bowling at any time. Well, and his other favorite thing is at the house, like during COVID, he had me tell him stories about old guys, now old, like Himmler and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we put on shows with Ryan Himmler. I love Chiefy. And
he's a very good friend of mine. He lives about 20 minutes away from me.
Yeah, I used to live in Hillsborough. The Hoinkies, Russell and Irvin, and they were my like family to me.
Oh, you used to live in Hillsborough?
Yeah.
I live in Fairfield, Ohio.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's great. Western Bowls, like my second home for a year.
Yeah, that's 25 minutes from me. We're gonna have Russ on the show here very soon.
Oh, really? Well, I'll call in then. I love Russ.
Oh yeah. How can you not like Russ?
Oh, no kidding. Tracy, Russ, Jennifer, Pumpkins. Yeah, just great people.
Oh,
and
yeah.
they made me feel at home because I was out there all alone. I was 20 years old, and every week they made me go to the big house for dinner on Sunday night. It was amazing.
That's cool.
And they used to have a Monday tournament too.
Yep.
That Alan Runkle used to run over every year. But
they had a Monday sweeper every year.
Yeah.
It was a 2-game qualifier, and
yep,
usually on something a little tougher. That place always was tough anyway.
Yeah,
on the norm. But yeah, that's where I kind of cut my teeth, was bowling over there in those kind of tournaments, and bowled the Super Classic several times. And that place was, and I've brought it up before, when the Super Classic was in town, it was like Las Vegas invaded Cincinnati for that weekend.
Yeah,
it was so cool.
Jacob reminded me, because Jason Couch, the first time I saw him was at the Super Hoinky. I think he finished top 16 in 88 or 89. It was probably 89. And he was playing right up the one board with that rev rate.
Yeah.
I base someone, if you're a cranker, you're a 90-year-old man hooking the whole lane. I base someone on -1 to 3 boards of head belly. You're a stroker. 3 boards, 4 boards to like 6, 7 boards of natural head belly, you're a tweener, and then more than that, you're a cranker. So when I see someone with that rev rate, like Fagan, he was a hooker that turned into going straight. Robert Smith, they all moved right. Belmo too, they moved right throughout their career. But when you have that rev rate and you can throw it straight, and then know you're moved from that, you're almost unbeatable.
Yeah.
And the Couch did that same thing. He was right up one, and he just smashing him like that. And Litchie was too. I think they were high 2 lefties by like 300 spots.
Right. And it's funny because Couch had his first title. We spoke off air. His first title was at Bradley, and when we had him on a month or two ago, he just always had respect for that building. So it was one of his favorite places to go. Pete Weber's, same way. His first title was at Bradley. So
it's funny you mentioned Alan Runkle. Alan Runkle he's the one that introduced me to come on stage last year when I got inducted into Cincinnati's Hall of Fame.
Congratulations! Oh, that's great. Yeah, Alan's great.
I've known Alan for a long time. Yeah.
Please.
I've known Alan a long time. He's still a very, very good bowler.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he still whacks him here around town. He still beats people that kids that think that they're going to beat him, and he's still that good.
Right. I mean, you had Steve Fair, you had John Gant, you had a whole bunch of great people from out there.
Oh yeah, we've talked about this on the show. There's been tons of people come out of Cincinnati that were pretty impressive careers, and probably could have even been better. Some of them.
Yeah, Tucky Perez.
Tucky was one of my very close friends. He gave me all his old bowling balls because I was younger.
You have that pink hammer you used to throw on TV? I'll take that.
If I had it, I probably wouldn't give it to you.
Okay.
You seem like a great guy, but I probably wouldn't give it to you.
Right. Talking about old memorabilia. While I was going through my stuff with Jake's, Tony Reyes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So my daughter's favorite bowler is Parker, but then you have Jacob and Tony. Tony was her next, and then Jake. So Parker, watch out. Go to the doctor.
We love Parker. Parker's great.
Yeah, he's awesome.
His whole family is amazing. Hold on, I gotta pull up the picture. There we go. That's me and Parker.
Yeah, there you go.
He was in town moving Sydney in a couple years ago into Vanderbilt in Nashville.
That's right.
And he told me he was going to be in town, so we went and had some barbecue. And it was the first lengthy conversation I ever had with him in person. Before that, I just knew him from being on the show. But, you want to talk about a guy that just loves to talk about bowling is Parker. He just loved telling stories. And, I was like, is there anything else you want to talk about besides bowling? But he's like, no, I don't. What's that?
I went to William Patterson in Jersey.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I was the one that recruited Chris Vialli to go to William Patterson. Vialli's a dear friend.
Vialli's a great bowler too. Yeah.
Yeah, he is. He was college bowler year. Just amazing.
Yeah.
So, but not my favorite Jersey bowler. Carolyn Doran is. Carolyn's. She used to date my college roommate Jimmy Williams for a summer.
Mm-hmm.
And so we go down there with bowl action all the time. And a young 14-year-old or 15-year-old Patrick Allen, I pick him up and take him all the time to go watch the action.
Nice.
And yeah, it was just so much fun. Carolyn and Kathy Doran were just dear friends through our whole life. Carolyn's still my voice of reason. Like if I'm stressing out about something, she's like, "It's just bowling. Calm down. You're a great dad. Whatever." I'm like, okay.
Funny, you just brought up Kathy Lizzie. Yes, I guess I had lunch with her 2 days ago.
Did you? Oh my God! Give her the biggest go like this. We always give these other faces or like
she lives in Cleveland. She works for Cubic AMF, and
I love her.
There's a center up there, but she's actually making not a career change, but she's going to be changing where she's not going to be based out of Ohio before too long. But
oh really?
Her daughter just started going to school at Wichita State.
Wow! Yeah, they're in
this year is her first year at Wichita. But yeah, she happened to be in town doing some customer calls, and the last time she was in town, we didn't get to catch up because I was going through all my surgery stuff and everything. But we went and had lunch the other day and talked about a little business and some stuff that she has going on with her, and she's a pretty fantastic person.
Oh yeah. Well, talking about the hospital, I have a defibrillator on like 24/7. So
yeah.
I'm asking for years to at least put Jake in the will. So you could at least talk to my daughter or whoever's in charge of it. I'm going to probably be on a hard list in the next couple months.
Yeah.
So I get him on. We're up his night, and I was getting ready because usually when we get ready for the next season, we watch every video of him. Yeah, what's going on with the swing?
I was wondering if that was me or him.
Really, that's why I waited a month before I could talk to you guys. With that.
Hey, your signal's breaking up, Jordan. If you want to click out and click back in, we lost you. Your camera and your audio is messed up. While he's figuring that out, it's amazing how unique Jake's release was, because you'll see a lot of kids want to emulate Belmo, emulate Simo, emulate Weber and whoever their hero is, but you can't emulate Jacob's swing.
Not going to happen. It is not going to happen.
And I'm sure people may have tried, but the fact that he was the only one I've ever seen anywhere throw it like that is just a testament.
Probably
to how,
hurt themselves if they tried.
And I think he mentioned that at one point when he was on the show, like Yeah, I wouldn't want anybody to do what I do. But I mean, I don't think there was anybody capable of doing what he did. Like it's just
on the regular.
It's just so unique. It's just something we kind of took for granted, right? Like we say, oh, there's only one so and so. There's only one, Todd McGill. There's only one Rad Rob, which is true.
Yeah.
But imitation is always the sincerest form of flattery, and you're always going to have people that want to imitate their heroes. But the fact that nobody was able to is almost kind of a joke in itself. Like like Jake would always have that one up over the entire universe because nobody.
Because it wasn't going to happen, and there's not going to be another person with that sort of
waddle crank smash. Yeah. Which I want to say, did Haugen give him that moniker? I don't remember.
It was brought up during the show he was on.
Yeah, I know, and now I'm forgetting who. Maybe Haugen. Maybe he did. Maybe he was. I think he did. Or fuck it.
Because we were talking about it on one of the shows, and somebody said, "How did you come up with that?" He goes, "Just watching bowl."
Yeah,
that's how he threw it, and it's like, well, okay, good point.
And he embraced it. He even told Ocho and JP the origin of that, and that's how he described himself. He's like, it's perfect. That's what I do. I waddle, crank, smash.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, it's unfortunate when you lose anybody, but somebody who's still that young, who's already that close to being Hall of Fame eligible, and would have been at some point in the next year or two. It sucks, right? I mean, it just you never want to lose anybody in the sport, but you never want to lose such a great quality human being as well. And like I said earlier, nobody and I mean, how toxic social media is, right?
Oh my God, yeah.
Sorry about.
Hold on, let me bring Jordan back in here. Nobody ever had a bad thing to say about Jacob. You can go in any stream of any movie, sport topic you want on Facebook. You're always going to have somebody say, "Oh yeah, whatever, that guy sucks," or But no one in everything that I looked up after his passing, no one ever had a bad thing to say about Jacob. If they did, they kept it to himself. But I mean, nobody.
Or if they did, they didn't know what they were talking about.
Right.
Hey, Chuck, she came in and said, I just got done working with Chuck Ritchie on a jersey. And I said, you mean he's not self-sufficient enough to order his own jerseys? He's got to call customer service. That's exactly what I said. But I was laughing. But yeah, she said you were a great guy to talk to, and she's glad to help.
Well, that's awesome. Let's bring Jordan back in. He's still having a little bit. There we go. Okay.
Sorry about that.
You're back.
So
no, you're fine.
You see me now?
It's fine. Yep. Yeah.
So
we're good.
There we go.
Appreciate that.
No, so it's I was telling you the story about Jake with that, and then the other thing is, like, you're talking about baseball and talk Jake about anything. We had this game that you play. You say a ball player, and then you have to say, okay, well, like let's say Bryce Harper went to his high school. So like you say Bryce Harper, and he'll tell you the name of the high school he went to, and then so you can tell him where he played ball for high school, college, or pros. And then if it was hockey or minor league baseball, you could throw a minor league team in too. And he knew everything about it. He knew every stat, every player, and he was a freak when it came to, which is part of why he could remember every name of every person he talked to.
Sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, that's remarkable.
Sports. Yeah.
I knew he was a Cowboys fan. I didn't know if he had any other interests.
Yeah, we take the good with the bad, but that's okay.
That's right. That's fair. That's fair. Can't win them all.
Say you kind of beat me to that one, but
Yeah. Well, his mom was a freak with the Cowboys and all that, and so was his stepdad. And I was the only person he invited. His mom invited to the wedding, and they got married. He had to go there in a football uniform, and I had Bonzi out of Ohio, a Cardinals jersey. With Bonzi, it was like a second-round pick for a running back, talking about Ohio State. He never developed for the Cardinals. Yeah. But so we went there, and then Jake wore his cowboy uniform. His mom got married in the outfit too. It was a fun wedding with that.
Yeah, is it safe to say that obviously losing somebody changes them? But I mean, Jake took losing his mom obviously very, very hard.
Yeah.
That kind of killed a part of him inside.
Yeah,
how,
it did.
How was it, around that time? Where was his head at?
Well, it was. I think it was during COVID. Actually, I think it was right
It
right
was.
before. Yeah, it was during COVID, and
Yeah.
it was tough. It was tough. Every year on her birthday, we'd go. I think November 2nd, or it might have been her death day. One of those. We'd go up to Vegas. We spend the day gambling all day, and then we go to the funeral. I mean, go to the where she was put in the her tombstone is and everything.
Yeah.
And actually, his aunt, well, her best friend, we call her Aunt Lori. She has some ashes of hers. So when Jake is his ashes, we're going to put them together once we talk to his dad and make sure everything's okay with it. Which I'm sure there will be with that. And he actually wanted it like in a little urn thing, just a little bit on lane 39 at Sunset Station. So the championship on for Team USA, and he practiced and all that.
Yeah.
And a little plaque right there instead of a tombstone or whatever. That's kind of what he wanted, because we're joking around because I'm having the heart problems, and so we talked about that, just in case he died first, which was a joke. Unreal. Fuck. I'm sorry. It's just
I know.
language,
No, I know.
But I mean, it's just I still can't. I mean, can't believe it. I just can't. But he was in love.
No,
I mean, Maya. I mean, he had a good life back there too. I mean, he's doing okay.
He did.
Hey.
He really did.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of prompted him to want to move out east?
Well, I don't want to get into like the whole things with that, but we were living in Airbnb for about a year, and I'm like, well, let's not do that. So we went over to my mom's place for a little bit, and I'm like, something, well, let's go up to Vegas. Go up to Vegas, and he met her up there. Basically, we were walking, and he just walked up to her and said hi in front of her dad.
Right.
Invited her to dinner, and then they were talking like 24/7 on Zoom. The second she got home from work, the time they went to sleep, on FaceTime or whatever it is. And I'm like, you know what? I got a date up in Oregon. I'll be back in 2 weeks. It's right around Labor Day. Why don't you just go back there for 2 weeks? I'll see you in 2 weeks. And he never came back. I haven't seen him since Labor Day 2 years ago. Yeah, so with that, and we talk all the time, but he went there and just said, wow, I'm going to marry this girl. So, and that's what.
Yeah, it was
a beautiful woman.
They were such a sweet couple. It was fun kind of watching their whole, courtship and watch that journey, how it unfolded. And you're right. I had never seen, I had never seen Jacob that happy before. Like it's kind of filled that void,
Mm-hmm. It totally was. I mean, I was, actually it was a year and a half, about a year and a half, because I was in the hospital with my heart, during Team USA the year before. And he said he stayed with me, and he sent the resume in, and they didn't pick him, and that just absolutely killed him. Right there, that was a huge thing for him. And then he went over to Maya, and priorities changed a lot with that. But he's been last year. He's in so much pain. People were going to change his pitch. He's going to go put us in John Jameson or advice for the fit and everything, and he's just so much pain. Everything. So something was off this year. But oh well.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
But it's I'm in the same boat you were, and I obviously didn't know him nearly as well as you, but just it's hard to even comprehend like that he's gone, right? Like you're never supposed to outlive your kids, but I mean you're not supposed to outlive people that are that much younger than you. It's just I can't even delete them out of my phone. Like I don't want to, right? Like I just
don't just leave it there.
Just leave it there. Like it's just I can't wrap my head around it. So I can't even imagine how much how bad it was for you and everybody else.
Yeah, well, he had a stock collection, single stock. He loved like SpongeBob and things like that. And but I would want to each of his socks because the other one wants to put in the laundry. He loses a sock every time. So I have like 7 or 8 different single socks, which I talk with that. people with that. Like, just send them out to people that have one. So if I can remember about the cleaned single. But that was one of the things he collected. He had those both teams. He had that was like his. You there?
Yeah, we lost your camera, but we can hear you.
Oh, you did? Okay, hold on. Here, how to fix or let me redo this.
Okay.
Okay. Restart.
See, you're not the only one with technical difficulties, Toddy.
No, I kept thinking it was me.
Yeah, I know, which is frustrating, right? Because you don't know, like, oh man, I know I'm having troubles with my own internet. Let's bring
Yeah, mine started out a little funky, but I never had to reconnect on my phone, which I was going to do, and it's been fine tonight.
Yeah.
All right, we got you back, Jordan.
My battery ran out. It was supposed to be an hour. Now. I talked forever about him. The bonding came in the travel, like 13-hour drives, and just traveling with them, and with Ben Canfield, and with the car, and talk about anything. Yeah. Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, your camera went out again. We were going to. We'll wrap it up here. So, yes, can you hear?
Maybe we could do this again sometime then.
Yes, absolutely, because there's a lot more we can get into. But we do appreciate you coming on, man, and talking about. You go, damn it! Just we're that close.
Yeah,
we're that close. Chuck says it's like watching Bold TV.
Chuck.
Chuck, I'm going to make it my life's mission to somehow get you rehired again in Bowl TV because you're just not the same. You're so cynical now. Did you guess or did he give you one?
No, he just sent me one because
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. I didn't either. So yeah, he sent it.
Hey guys.
Jordan's back.
Well, look
here in a second. Hey, we get both daughters here.
Say hi to Jordan.
Can I say one before we're done or whatever?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, sir.
I'll stay on forever, but can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, sir.
We can hear you. Can you hear?
Oh, this way. This way good?
We can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
I don't think you can hear us.
Here. There we go. Hello? Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you.
No, that's not it. I can't hear a word.
Yes,
I can't hear a word you're saying. Here.
We can hear you.
Here. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Can you see us? Can you hear us?
Hello?
Hello?
Butter.
Can you hear me now?
Oh.
Hello?
Hey.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear us right now?
He just wants to say one thing.
Yeah.
Oh, you brought Lily too. Hi, Lily.
Oh, I could have brought the dog in here too.
Hold on, let's get him back in here. We'll try to wrap up. Can you hear us now?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, let me call him.
It's probably a good idea.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, can you hear us?
Shit.
Hey, Rob. Hello?
Yes, we can finish this now.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So I just wanted to say someone wants to talk about one of my practice sheets or anything like that. They can reach me on Coach Nassberg, Nassberg, on Facebook. And they can call me 24/7. Worst thing that happens, they wake me up. I go back to sleep. I'm willing to help. I charge by the month, unlimited access. You can ask me any question anytime. We can prep and review for tournaments. But the first 2 months, 3 months is just teaching out, systems of bowling and things like that, and knowing the drills.
Gotcha. Okay. Very good.
Okay.
Well, hey, man, sorry about your connection. We appreciate you coming on. And Todd was actually happy to learn that you were in Ohio for a while. So that's kind of cool. You have that connection.
Yeah.
Greatest time while I lived there. People are so nice out there.
It is the promised land,
Yeah, it is. Cold over by the stadium there, but still, Covington, Kentucky. I'm sure Himmler could tell you stories about me. It's I once went up at a junior tournament as Brett Klondike because I had someone's shirt and he had someone's shirt in the car. And I bowled as an adult in the junior tournament up there. And I was about to make the cut, so I purposely fell and missed the cut so I didn't affect anyone,
Oh.
I was going to take it away, but I was going to be there all day. I think it was at Palace Lanes up in Columbus.
Oh, yeah.
For that, yeah. Just we had some great times up there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, a lot of bowling in this area. A lot of bowling, a lot of bowling knowledge, and a lot of fantastic people have come out of this town, for sure.
And where are you out located now?
Myself,
Rob.
I'm in Cincinnati.
Oh no, but where's Rob located now?
Oh, I'm just outside of Nashville in Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
I think my daughter lives there now.
Oh, really?
So that's fine. Yeah.
Huh.
With Corey, he bowled for Bob Learn over there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, that's her boyfriend. Yeah.
I gotcha. Well, that's a small world, man. Seriously, especially in bowling. But
so I'll give you a call if I come out there then.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that'll work. So, all right, Coach. We appreciate you having you on, man, and
amazing. Love it.
Keep in contact with you for sure.
Thank you, guys. You're the best. I appreciate you letting me be the first to tell the stories about.
No problem, man.
I really enjoyed it. Thank you.
Bro. Yes, sir. Have a good night.
Be good.
All right.
Thank you.
Yep, you too.
Bye.
Yep.
All right, there you go. We finally finished it off. Thank God I got the Bluetooth on my Roadcaster. So, yeah, I mean, there's so much more we can get into. I mean, like I said, he was very integral to Jacob's success early on. And listening to his coaching techniques was kind of eye-opening, right? Like I've watched Del Warren coach. We had Mark Baker on the show a couple years ago, who's a fantastic coach as well. But I've never really heard anybody break down the not just the mechanics, but to literally strip everything away, put one finger, one thumb in, even for two-handers to bowl with one hand.
Yeah.
Is crazy. That's literally stripping it down to the bone, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, some of those techniques I've not heard of, and some of them I think are pretty fantastic. Other ones I don't know that I would ever even consider that.
Right.
But hearing them, obviously it's done well for him as far as getting some names through his programs.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of coaches, and everybody's got a different style, a different way of coaching, just like everybody has a different way of bowling. I think the main thing is being able to get through to people's psyche on what makes them better is what makes everybody a great coach in their own way. No matter how they teach you the mechanics of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, it was really cool to learn some stuff. We always learn something from every guest that we have on the show. Who had the fire alarm chirp? I think that was Jordan. Yeah, I heard
not
that
it.
Yeah, no, wasn't me.
Not it.
Don't you hate it whenever like, because we have a fairly big house, but we have like 10 smoke detectors. Why are you never in the right room when that thing chirps?
They don't. Yeah.
It's weird, right? Like you go to the room that you think it is, and you're like, oh, it's got to be it. And then you hear from another room. You're like, oh, okay, it's over there.
Just
then
think
you go
of
there. It just bounces everywhere. It frustrates the crap out of me.
Just think that it's the fire alarm doing you a favor, because if it went off like that when it was right above your head, it would scare the shit out of you.
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
Find the glass half full side of it.
What I do is I just replace every freaking battery, whether it needs to or not, because I'm not dealing with that anymore.
I would say daylight savings time is the time to change all the batteries, but they're gonna maybe get rid of all that too. So who knows?
I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know either. It's gonna be. Yeah, I don't know.
almost my whole life, I'm just used to, spring ahead, fall back. That's just that's what we learned in school. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't like it getting dark at like 4:30 here. It kind of sucks. It's kind of depressing during the winter. But
I mean, winter's depressing enough.
I don't know how much difference an hour is going to make on either side. I don't know. I don't really have a dog in the fight, but anyways.
Right.
Are you having fun over there? Daughter's playing WrestleFest. We're going to wrap it up. We got a couple imbeciles of the week here, so it's been a while since we did one, but I'm feeling the itch to light somebody up. So let's move into our final segment, the imbecile of the week.
Yay.
It's time for everybody's favorite segment.
If you guys don't know how to use a seatbelt, just ring your call button and Tommy will come back there and hit you on the head with a tack hammer.
You know, Lloyd, just when I think you couldn't possibly be any dumber.
Here's the imbecile of the week.
Some people are really stupid.
All right, Toddy, this week's imbecile of the week. There's a couple of them. So we're not even gonna pick. They're literally the co-imbeciles of the week. First one here. Get my ducks in a row here. So I got a random message from this guy from our show Instagram page, Straight Up 5 on Instagram. Yeah. If you guys aren't following us, let it, why not?
Why not?
So Brem.Nick Bowling Pro Shop. I'm like, okay, sure, I'll play along. I'll go to my next photo. So he sends me this message. I'm reaching out to you to let you know we're currently running a special promotion on our products, and we're offering them at a very competitive prices for a limited time. It's a great opportunity to get high quality bowling balls at a better price than usual. I'd be happy to share the available products, promotional prices, and any other details you may need. If you're interested, please let me know. I'll be glad to assist you. Thank you, and I look forward to hearing from you. So, of course, I asked, where's your shop located? And he said, Lakeway, Texas. I said, nice. What's the name of your business? Strike a Lot Pro Shop. I said, okay, I'll pass it around. Then he responded, okay, what ball do you want? I said, no, I'm good. I don't need any thanks. So I'm already kind of, my sketch meter was going off at this point.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But then I did kind of ask him, like, what's your website? And he's like, well, don't mind. You said you don't need anything. I said, well, I'm just wondering so I can promote it on my show tonight. How can I tell my people where to find you? I have a huge audience. He said, you can give them my account name here. So I'm like, all right, this guy. I said, oh, okay. So you don't have a website. That's kind of weird in 2026. Wouldn't it be easier to just put your pro shop name on your profile instead of, what was it? Something Brem.Nick. I'm thinking, all right. So he's like, sure. And I'm like, okay. So at this point, I knew that, this guy was a scammer. I said, so now that I think of it, the radical purple urethane is something that caught my attention. Do you have any? He's like, yes, sir, I do. I said, sweet. What about the Storm Phase 4? He said, is also available.
Oh,
said,
great.
Okay, now I'm intrigued. How do I order? To which he said, when do you need it? I said, probably in 2 weeks. He goes, you'll send me your address. I'll ship tomorrow morning. Once I ship, I'll send you a tracking code. I said, where do I send money and how much? He says, I've been using Chime now for a long time. Is the best payment method. This is where his English, I got him going off script a little bit, and his English is getting pretty poor. But he said, it works very good and they give bonuses. I said, good deal. How much for the 2 balls? I also need them in 18 pounds. So he said, it's supposed to be in total 310, but I'll give you for 250 for good deal. And I'm like,
oh,
all
boy.
right. Yeah.
What a good guy.
So I sent him my address, which was actually the house I grew up in Windsor, Connecticut. I said, my address is 494 Stone Road, Windsor, Connecticut. He said, ship to this address, right? I said, correct. He says, let me send you my Chime info. You make payment, so we proceed. I'm like, wow. Compared to this first guy's statement, his real English is actually starting to come out. It's not.
It's losing it, yeah.
Not a copy and paste anymore. He sends me his whatever. It's his $ Jaden hash or slash Simpson 18. I'm like, all right, got it. Thanks. He says, send me the 250 now, and I'll let you, and let me know once you send payment. Well, I mean, why would I let you know if It's already going to come up on your phone. Let me see if he's responded. Question mark. I never answered him. So.
Way to go! Come on, Rob.
Yeah. So I knew this was a joke, or not a joke, but I knew it was a scam. But I did actually find Strike a Lot Pro Shop, the real pro shop, which is co-owned by Wes Malott. So obviously, this guy has heard of them. So I messaged them on Facebook, and they said we've had several people post stuff like this and videos and all that pretending to be us. So obviously, it's a scammer. I asked Chuck Ritchie if he recognized this person or whatever on Instagram, and he thought it was a scammer as well. That's when I decided to mess with whoever it is and start giving him misinformation to see if he agrees with me, like the radical purple urethane and the Storm Phase 4.
You'd have the only two in 18 pounds.
In 18 pounds, right?
World.
Yeah, exactly. So obviously, this guy knows nothing about bowling. He's just running a scam out of India or wherever he's from. But
you can just drill the holes really deep and get him down to 17 and a half pounds.
Yes. But Ocho says that was WrestleFest. Yes, it was wrestling. I mean, that's what I said. But Chuck knew it was a scam. But I just thought it was funny to kind of call somebody out like that. So try again next time.
So it's a public service you just did for a whole lot of folks that see this show.
Pretty much. If you follow this ding dong on Instagram, brem.nick,
yes,
it's a scam. So all he does is post pictures of bowling balls, and the description or in his bio says bowling pro shop. Couldn't even put Strike a Lot on there, which is. Anyways, but yeah, I had my suspicions, but
go to that house whoever owns that house now.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna ship to whoever owns my old house when I was a kid. But this guy's definitely not gonna ship because he doesn't have any balls. See what I did there. But the real imbecile of the week, co-imbecile of the week. We mentioned earlier about Elise Bolton, who had posted on her Facebook page. So this is something I thought I never thought I would have to do, but it's taken me a lot of time for me to finally ask for help. For the last 2.5 years, my brother and I have done everything in our power to fight for our dad and get him the care that he needs. We have reached a point where we cannot do this alone anymore and have run out of resources. I created GoFundMe to help us continue fighting for him and give him the best care possible. I shared more of his story and the link in the comments. If you are able to donate or share, it would mean more to our family than I could ever put into words. Most importantly, please continue to keep my dad in your prayers. So we mentioned that at the beginning of the show when we talked about Jacob's GoFundMe, that Elise has one as well. And I was going through the comments and, just to see if there was somebody that would have something negative to say. And there was actually one person out of hundreds of comments.
There's always got to be that one.
Debbie O'Shea says, maybe stay home and take care of him. Really? So she makes this horrible, or not horrible, but she makes a very heartfelt post and puts herself out there as a somewhat celebrity and a professional bowler. She's being vulnerable and asking for help, which I know, at least personally, I've known her for several years now. I know her and Nate do whatever they can for him and for all their family. If somebody's asking for help, that it's the last resort, honestly.
That's right.
And for somebody like Debbie O'Shea with a profile picture of a dog, so
how about Debbie O, shut your face?
Yeah, how about that? How about Debbie shut the
Yes.
front door? Maybe stay home and take care of him. And obviously, I didn't post the comments after that, but she got lit up as expected by everybody on her page for being so heartless and cruel and just being an imbecile, which is the nicest thing I could say. If my daughter wasn't here, it would have been a lot more cuss words. But,
and that's why I changed when I said shut your face. Shut
your face. Yeah.
Shut the front door is a good one. Yeah.
While Brem Brem.Nick is obviously an imbecile. Debbie O'Shea. You might want to read the room, ma'am. Next time you want to get on a keyboard and say something like that, especially when it's one. Yeah, look at her profile picture, right? My daughter says it's a dog. So we don't even know what this lady looks like.
It's all right. Chuck Ritchie just said it in the comments here. That's a selfie.
That's a selfie of Debbie O'Shea. Good job, Chuck. You are correct, sir. Good job. Point for Chuck. Not cool, lady. Obviously, they're going through some hard times. As I said, Elise has taken a lot of her career and put it in the back burner to care for her dad. And that's one thing I'll say about her. And a lot of people even said in her comments, I wish I was as good of a son as you are a daughter to your dad, because she does. She's very close to him and has sacrificed a lot of her own dreams and goals to help take care of him over the last year and a half. So for somebody to say something like that, you absolutely guaranteed not only the imbecile of the week, but you're in the running for the biggest imbecile of all time, which we're going to have those awards at the end of this year. So
that's a prestigious award.
Yeah, we'll put you in the Imbecile Hall of Fame, Miss O'Shea. So just know that you are in very select company, and take solace in knowing that you're, one of the dumbest people living on the face of this earth. Bless your heart.
We may be able to even come up with an IHOF award.
Yes.
The Imbecile Hall of Fame. Yeah.
Yes, we will do that. I think at the end of every year, we should have Imbecile Hall of Fame induction ceremonies. And maybe we could find them and invite the real people on the show, right? And get Debbie O'Shea on here with a few others, and
except for Bowling Ball Guy, we're probably not going to find him.
Yeah, no, we're probably not going to find that guy. He's in Somalia or somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, that was funny. Anyways, Todd, always good to see you, man, and speak with you. Kind of sucked that we missed last week, but life always gets in the way.
Yeah, this is a crazy time. I mean,
it's league season.
Bam at Bowlify. Literally in the last 15 minutes, I just had another school league come in, so I got to take care of that when we're done.
Wow.
And I mean 5-6 a day right now. New schools all over the country are hitting me up and hitting up Bowlify for their school's bowling jerseys. And why not? And then you've also got the league starting season at Gilmore, and it's just busy.
Yes.
He's pouring Slurpees at the 7-Eleven.
What?
Chuck is on fire tonight. But yeah, it's a busy time, and unfortunately, I gotta take care of responsibilities. But I try to work around to make sure that I enjoy this hour and a half, whatever time we take for our show, because this is time for me to kind of relax and be myself and just talk to people and talk about bowling and talk to you. And it's a nice little getaway for me. So I don't like missing it either. So I apologize for not being available last week.
Man, it's all good. It's all good. No worries. Let's kind of run through what we got going on here. If you want to buy an official Straight Up 5 t-shirt like the one I'm wearing right here, or go to the t-shirt designer and search Butters and get the Walla Walla Crank Smash RIP Butters shirt as well that Todd's wearing. And many, many other amazing shirts. Again, you can design your own. There's Bowlify.ai as well. There's so many things that Bowlify offers, as well as 20% off right now. 20% off your entire order.
It's gonna run all the way through September. But if I was you, I wouldn't wait. I mean,
Why would you? Right?
I mean, your bowling teams are getting ready to start in the next few weeks. Get those orders in now so you get your jerseys early in the season and you're ready to rock and roll. And maybe if you're not the best bowling team, you'll be the best looking bowling team in the league.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's absolutely right. We also want to give a shout out to First Form. Love First Form products. They're not a sponsor, but Kyle Troop is a big part of that. He will always want us to mention. Go to firstform.com/teamum, TEAMUM. That's First Form 1STPHORM.com/teammum. And that helps Kyle out with his promotion with First Form. Also, if you want to support our veterans, bowling's, in fact, it might even be bowling's oldest charity, is the BVL. Go to bvl.org to support the veterans. We always love, what they've done for all the veterans, especially bringing them together through bowling is a really, really cool thing. Georgie Shore, if you want to get a badass haircut, go to sweetblends.com, SUITEBLENDZ.com, sweetblends.com. He's out of New Jersey.
You and I don't have to worry about.
We don't have to worry about it, but he's always been a friend of the show. So if you're in Jersey, go look up Georgie Shore and get yourself a sweet do at sweetblends.com. What else we got? We got The Game's Changed by Mark Baker. Bakes is one of the greatest coaches in bowling. He has his videos available for one-handers and two-handers. Visit The Game's Changed by Mark Baker on Vimeo. He is an incredible coach as well. Just like to give little plugs every now and then. And I'll always go to bowlify.com for the best jerseys in bowling.
You mean like hair plugs?
No, we don't need hair plugs. No.
You're
welcome. You're welcome. It was good to have you on, Coach. Anyways, for Todd McGill, I am Radical Roberts. Not sure what we're doing next week, but we'll figure it out. We'll be here regardless. Knock on wood, Lord willing, the creek don't rise, right? We'll see you guys next week. Good night, Todd. Good night, everybody.
Good night, guys.
Take care, y'all.
Thanks for watching Straight Up 5 with Todd McGill. You can follow the show on X at Straight Up 5 Pod. You can follow Todd on X at TMT Bowling. And you can follow Rad Rob on X at Rad Rob Entertainment. Follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Straight Up 5 Podcast. We'd love to hear from you. You can email us with comments, questions, or suggestions at straightup5podcast@gmail.com. We'll see you next time for another edition of Straight Up 5 with Todd McGill, right here on the Rad Rob Radio Network.